Valve just dropped Train in an 8GB update. The new reworked version has a dark, stormy feel now that it is raining in Source 2. Not only do we have a wet map in-game, the sound of the rain and the thunderstorm in the background really seals everything off for the environment. The thing about this version of Train is it's now a complete opposite to people's biggest complaints about CS2 maps being mainly desert maps that are orange and yellow. Train is now a literal rainstorm. Some places on the map might seem pretty similar to the CSGO version with minimal changes as they continued with the Eastern European vibe for the map, but other places really shine with the new rework. Before we get into the rest of Train, Overpass did go through a huge update in this update as well, with new changes to improve the way it's played, as both B and A site have gone through very heavy changes. They've also added 4 new community maps to the game. Basalt returns to Counter-Strike 2, Eden is in casual and competitive modes, Palais and Whistle have been added to Wingman for players to try out. For Train though, the new remake is beautiful. The bomb sites have changed designs. Just look at A site with a completely new layout. When you're actually playing on the map, it feels a lot more airy and open and not so claustrophobic. The overall theme of the new Train is very refreshing when you compare it to every other map we have received so far in CS2. Also, a cool thing they added in this update was a thing called map guides, which is literally a new map guide Valve added, which includes 4 grenade lineups for the T side you can practice. Right now it is only for Train and the T side, but you can expect this to be only the start, and there will be more map guides in the future for other ones soon. I think my favorite part of Train is actually the fact that the rain reacts to your weapons and agents, a really cool detail to see the raindrops stack up in game. It might seem small, but it really makes it feel like it's actually raining. There wasn't just the layout changes on the bomb site. Pop Dog is no longer Pop Dog. I mean, the room is still there, but it's not a drop down ladder, but instead just a hallway with some stairs. As well, snipers is no longer a thing on A site. B site though is probably my favorite place on the map right now. It gives this strong Half-Life Alyx vibe, which might just be the Eastern European theme coming out. The thing is, Train is finally here for CS2. The bomb sites and the overall layout may be a bit different and not exactly how you remember, but Train is here. The thing about seeing Train and now how much it has improved from its CSGO version, it really hypes me up for Cobblestone, as we know Valve is currently making a snowy version for that map. They didn't just port over Train to Source 2, but actually made sure to improve any of the complaints from the old version. So let's see what happens after the major. Will Train enter the map pool? What about the new version of Overpass now that Valve has made a long list of changes to it as well? Train for me right now is the best looking map in Counter-Strike 2. Now moving on from CS2, we actually have a playable version of Project Borealis with the prologue, so you can let me know what your thoughts are on a Half-Life game in Unreal Engine 5 if you have given it a shot. Talking about a Half-Life game, the Black Mesa devs at Crowbar Collective have announced their new game and released a trailer for it, which this time around, their game actually won't be a Half-Life game, but a new roguelike tactical shooter with a dark feel. They are the creators of the beloved Black Mesa, so although it is not a Half-Life oriented game, it will be nice to see what they have been creating. Back into Valve, they did announce a brand new limited edition Steam Deck. It's this nice white edition that is releasing on November 18th for $679 USD at 3 PM PST. This limited edition version has all the same specs as the Steam Deck OLED 1TB model, but now in white and gray. It also comes with an exclusive white carrying case and white microfiber cleaning cloth. Here is an early look at the limited white edition case. This isn't the first time Valve dropped a limited edition Steam Deck, so with it having the same specs as the current 1TB edition, you will have to wait until Valve is ready for the Steam Deck 2 if you want a proper upgrade. It was only last month when Valve confirmed the Steam Deck 2 will come out once there is a generational leap in compute that doesn't sacrifice battery life. So until then, do you think the extra $30 in price justifies the new limited edition colorway? The white one is nice, but a limited edition Half-Life themed Steam Deck for Half-Life X is something I would jump on right away. Xbox and Microsoft just confirmed that they are working on their own handheld console, so it will be interesting to see how it lands up against the Steam Deck or even the Nintendo Switch. Steam is starting to enable private branches in app info for some games, which means that SteamDB won't be able to track what's happening to them. There is a huge list of games which is already being affected by this change, as more games keep getting these private branches enabled minute by minute. At the moment, there is 0 Valve games that are included, as this actually seems to be more for other game developers who don't want everything always tracked to the public. A big thing right now is this clip of some water from In the Valley of Gods. Although it's getting popular right now, this clip is from a blog posted in 2018 that dates before Campo Santo even officially moved over to Valve. Not only that, they cut this clip from the announcement trailer which released in 2017. So this clip is well over 7 years old at this point and was made in Unity, not Source or Source 2. The person who wrote the blog, Matt, went on to work on the Half-Life Alyx bottles, which we saw then get implemented into CS2, and there was also the Counter-Strike 2 water, like in T-Spawn Ancient. And now, Valve's main focus is their wetness layer that they're recently added into Hammer and keep showing off, especially in the new map of Train. In other news, Sandbox has now made a public Steam store page, and if you haven't heard of it yet or tried the early version, Sandbox or s&box is the spiritual successor to gmod in Source 2 that's being made by facepunch Studios. It's the only non-Valve game right now that is being made in Source 2, and most people are comparing it over to Roblox. facepunch just dropped their first blog post giving a rundown on the current situation of the game. We're currently in what we're calling a developer preview. We have made this cool editor and all these tools to publish and play games, and we want to test them out. We already have hundreds of developers making games and giving feedback, and we're updating and improving every day. It's a big job, but it's what we love doing, with a way to sign up if you want. The engine is Source 2 with a C# layer on top. Our vision for Sandbox isn't just a game, it's an engine. We hope to let you export the games you create in the engine to be able to sell them on Steam and other places. We are currently working with Valve to license for this. There will be no licensing fees or royalties. It's our hope that in the future we'll be able to export to other platforms. So overall, this is great news if this comes into effect, being able to just create games inside a Sandbox and then push them directly onto Steam. We realize that people expect an official Sandbox mode from facepunch on the engine, and have been wary about doing that. But the more we thought about it, the more we thought about a few new features that justify making it. So we're currently working on that, and won't release Sandbox until that's done. So while they work on this mode, they have pushed the game public on Steam, although it's just not released yet. Gary even shared the human models that they're working on for the ones who complain about the sausage men. Let me know if you want more news about Sandbox in the future. We have now finally received Train after many weeks and even months of waiting for it to finally release. Valve showed off their first port in the CS2 trailer, which was almost 2 years ago now, so it's great that we finally have our hands on it. Now we can only hope that they follow up with Cobblestone soon, or even Cache, or whatever map could be next. We are still waiting for the Half-Life 2 20th anniversary update, which should be coming any day now, so make sure you subscribe to not miss when it releases.